Hey guys, welcome back to Sports Bar. We're back with a cricket video, and we are going to discuss about England versus Pakistan, the Test match that was played in Old Trafford. So the news is that England has defeated Pakistan by 3 wickets in a very close, fantastic game, and a huge result for England. Initially, I thought that they are going to drop points again, and since they did not drop points, so England is supposedly back into the Test Championship, and they might actually, get a top two standing is in the table, and they might play the final. So a good result for England, and positives for Pakistan as well, because Shan Masood did well for his 156 in the first innings. Babar Azam, we all know he scored 69, and we know that Nasir Hussain was talking about him. So positives for Pakistan, and a good result for England. That's what I'd like to take out from this particular game.
Again, if we are talk about after the first innings, I thought it was Pakistan is on a way, because again they had 107 and extra run ki 108 run ki lead thi, and after that I think so the second innings, the way they batted in second innings, I personally not like it, and again they threw wickets easily, I think so, to the bowlers, England bowlers. Again, I not to take anything away from England bowlers, they bowled exceptionally well, but again they would have taken their time like they did in the first innings. They would have taken their time. They would have tried to build those innings. So again, that is where the Pakistan lacked, I think so, and they were burned out for 169. And England, I think so. England players were down after first innings, but after that bowling performance, from their bowlers, they sustained Pakistan to 169. I think so that was the main confidence boost for the players to come out and bat again, because again, chasing 250 plus is difficult on fourth innings, but it's not impossible. So again, I think so restricting Pakistan below 300 was, I think so, a major achievement, and I think so that changed completely the dimension of the match. But again, I would like to talk about one thing. As you see, Chris Stokes here. I thought, after first innings, I thought maybe they had played an extra seamer, and I think so Chris Stokes. I think so. Personally, I thought Chris Stokes को मतलब नहीं लेना चाहिए था. I think so they would have dropped him instead of taken in Zach Crowley or maybe another batsman. But again, he proved what he can do. So again, do you have the same thoughts?
Selection, correct.
Again, do you have same thoughts? They should have dropped Chris Stokes.
No, actually, Chris Stokes have always been, especially in Test matches. I wouldn't say that for Chris Stokes in an ODI or a T20 game, but as far as Test cricket is concerned, yeah, I've always thought that Stokes is a good handling pacer who's an all-rounder who can bat well. When you have someone like that, it's always a bonus point. So his selection, he proved his selection, he proved his worth. But I've always believed that Chris Stokes was always a fine batsman as well. But talking about batsmen, we'll talk about Pakistani batsmen. I believe that Pakistani batsmen lacked consistency, because the way Shan Masood, Babar Azam, these guys batted in the first innings, they had momentum on their side. So it was expected for them to score huge, but that did not happen, and that is very disappointing, because when you score 100 in the first innings and then you topple in the second innings, that's
and again, the way the Shan Masood got out on second innings, the ball was going down the side, and he tried to tickle it and got a fine edge, and got out on zero again. That was surprising for me as well.
So it was, like I said, it was that's where the Pakistani batsmen lack. That is the consistency. And talking about Pakistani batsmen, we should talk about Azhar Ali as well. So according to statistics, Azhar Ali has the lowest England in Test cricket. So, and that is really bad thing, because someone like Azhar Ali, who's the captain of the Pakistani team, who's got so much experience, who's got a experience of winning a Test match in Pakistan, who's scored 100 in England, experience to win in England, and then experience to score 100, to even score 100 in England. It was very surprising for me that he's not been able to do well, and especially in away games, he averages like below 20 since 2018. So I believe Azhar Ali's time as a Pakistani captain is definitely up, and he clearly lacks consistency as well. So
again, the stat you're talking about, also for the stat that in 10 innings, I think so he has 8 scores that are below 10 or 15. So again, that's some other issue. But again, Pakistan batting in the first innings, I actually liked the way Shan Masood and Shadab Khan batted, because again, I think so Pakistan were 160, 170 for 5, and they could have burned it out for 250. But again, the way those two played. I think so. And the one thing that I like the most is, they were, just putting the ball in the gap, just tapping the ball into the gap and taking the single. Again, those single,
That's what
I
we're
think so.
supposed to do.
In test match, getting those single, they getting rotation the strike is most important than T20 and ODI, because again, in test, you get chances to hit, but again the ball moves here and there. So again, it's not easy to move play again, and you just if you just dot, the pressure starts to rise on the
Starts
batsman. But
building.
again,
Correct.
and bowler starts to dominate because he thinks that he's just defending, and so I can bowl.
Try to attack.
The bowler's confidence get increased. He bowls quicker. He bowls in the right areas again, and taking those singles. Just again, क्या अगर मैं 4 गेंद एक बॉलर एक बैट्समैन को डाल रहा हूँ, so I know what he has to do. But again, I'm bowling 2 balls to one batsman, then again after 2 balls another batsman is coming, then again after 2 balls another batsman coming. So again bowler का भी थोड़ा नहीं कहा ऐसा mindset थोड़ा हिल जाता है, क्योंकि again क्योंकि because in because every batsman is different and you have to make a game plan for each and every batsman. So again, that partnership, I think so that was a game that brought Pakistan into the game. And again, personally I like they were just tucking the ball and taking the singles. And a lot of commentators praised about that also, and I'm also praising for that.
Yeah, absolutely. You're spot on when you say that taking singles is very important, because like they say in Hindi that boon boon se hi sagar banta hai. So similarly in Test cricket as well, single se bada total banta hai. So absolutely, one should try taking more and more singles, especially in Test cricket when you're like taking more than 3 singles in an over, meaning that the batting team is completely dominating. I'll tell one thing that when the run rate is over 3.25 in Test cricket, that means the batsman is dominating, and when the run rate is below 3.25, that means the bowler is dominating. So more singles, so you have more chance to dominate, because that's what happens. Like you said, एक bowler अगर एक ही batsman को बार बार डालते रहेगा, so he has more chances of getting him out. And as far as the batsman is concerned, more chances of making a mistake against one particular bowler. So absolutely, the Pakistan team did well by taking those singles. And Ashad Khan lower in the order was again spot on, but like I said, they lack consistency, and it clearly showed in the third inning as well. England did bowl fantastically, but the way Pakistan, the way these few batsmen had batted, we all expected them to score huge in the third innings as well, and that did not happen. And we all know what happened next in the game.
Again, England bowlers, because again England were restricted to 170 for 5 in the second innings, but the way these two guys batted, Vokes and Butler. So again, I would like to point to one thing, because in the first innings, Butler played 100 balls and he scored 35 runs. In the second innings, he played 100 balls and he scored 75 runs. So again, what was the difference? Because the one difference I saw that this Vokes and Butler did in the second innings was they attacked the bowlers, they played their shots, and again, if you play your shots, if you if you stick to your strengths, I think so you can counter attack any bowler, and that's where I think so the game changed. Because again, if you look, they both made their half centuries in 60 balls again. So again, so the way if you counter attack the bowlers, you start to hit those boundaries, and you become set. Then the captain has to open the field slightly, and then there's some gaps here and there, take singles. Because again, as we also for the first 45 balls, they were at above 90%, above 90 strike rate, and after that they slightly dropped down because of that field open. But again, the field opens and you get that opportunity to take the singles. So I personally think these two batted very well in that perspective, counter attacking the bowlers. What do you feel about the England second innings overall?
I'll tell this thing in bit detail. Test cricket is all about playing according to the situation, and if your situation demands you to play with a strike rate of like say 20, 30, 40, or then you should do that. And if the situation asks you to score like 10 runs per over, then you should do that as well. And the batsman who does that is someone who does well in the Test cricket. We know example of AB de Villiers. We all know how he. Once he scored about 30 or 40 runs in like 200 balls. So he did what the situation asked him to do. And also we've seen him attack as well. So someone like AB de Villiers became extremely successful in Test cricket as well. And that's what Jos Buttler is trying to do. That's what I feel. Because like you said in the first innings, he was like slow. I'll just see the number of balls he played. Yeah, he scored 38 runs of 108 balls. So that was the situation which expected Jos Buttler to play in that way. but in the fourth innings, when you had to chase, wickets were falling at one end, and you were trying to build a partnership. So it is important for you to, dominate the bowlers. It's important for you to score runs, and that's what Jose Butler did in the fourth innings. And with someone like Vokes around, who held himself, who stuck in the crease. It was easier for someone like Jose Butler to play his game, and that helped him to him and the English team to chase a huge total of 277. And yes, definitely scoring anything about 250 in the fourth inning in Test cricket is extremely difficult. And when you're doing,
Sorry, there was a loss of connection. So again, will you repeat 250 plus score? Will you
yeah.
repeat it?
Yeah, I said that it's very important for you to play according to the situation, and it's very difficult for you to chase a total of over 250 in the fourth innings, and a chase of 277 for the English team was an extremely great effort. Good job by the English batsmen, and this should increase their confidence, I feel.
So again, I heard a lot of reports, that we all know Headingley Test match, third Test match between Australia and England that was played in Headingley. Ben Stokes made 136 runs. That innings and is compared to both of these innings. You think these two are comparable, or one is greater than other, or both are equal?
No, because I believe that what Ben Stokes did was something which happens in like once in 10 years or 20 years, and chases like these are rare, but they happen. So yeah, they are not comparable, but both the innings were not easy as well. That's what I'd like to say.
So again, we will come back to Babar Azam now. After after the first day, I think after first day was over, when he made the 69 runs, a lot of Nasir Hussain and Baikal were talking about Babar Azam being the top batsman right now, and Michael even said that Babar Azam has taken Joe's place in the Fab Four. So do you agree with him, or do you have some other results to?
Yeah, I believe that Babar Azam should be a member of Fab Four. If you really want root in there, then you should make it a group of Fab Five, because Babar Azam really deserves to be in that list. He's someone who has less experience compared to players like Steve Smith, Kohli, Williamson, Root, and all these guys. But he's absolutely spot on. He's doing a great job for his Pakistan team, because Pakistan team, like I said, lacks consistency in batting, and their batting lineup is really weak. And he's someone who's scoring runs for them consistently. He scored 100 in Australia, in ODIs as well. He's doing well. So those 69 runs here in England, and that was something great. And yeah, I believe he should definitely be a part of Fab 4. And if you really want root in there, then make it Fab 5.
Again, I think Babar Azam is the most important part, because again, fast bowlers, they get a lot of wealth of fast bowler. Pakistan have a wealth of fast bowler. But if you look at the batting, after Yunis Khan, after Yusuf Yohan, after Inzamam ul Haq, there has been no other batsman who has provided a stability. Even after Misbah ul Haq, there has been no other batsman who has played consistently, who has provided a stability in the middle order of the Pakistan. Because we all know Yunis Khan. Yunis Khan was a great batsman. He could bat for hours.
Yeah, he was one of the great batsmen who used to score a lot of runs in the fourth innings. I get what you want to say, but like I'll say, when Umar Akmal had made his debut, he had scored 100 against New Zealand, I guess, and everyone hyped him to be the next great batsman. But 10 years down the line, today, Umar Akmal is 30 years old, and he's struggling to find a place in the Pakistan team. So that has happened with Umar Akmal, and I believe Pakistan team should take care of Babar Azam like as if he's a baby, because it is very important for them to have a batsman like Babar Azam who's scoring them runs consistently. And if he fails to do what he's doing right now for the next 10 years, then it would be a huge disappointment for personally me as well, and for the world cricket as well, because Babar Azam, I've seen Babar Azam play. He's absolutely fantastic batsman. He watches the ball carefully, just like any other great batsman. He gets into the position quickly, and we all have seen his cover drive. The way he plays, it's really good, and I expect someone like Babar Azam to score a lot of runs, and score runs consistently, not just score a huge amount of runs by like inflating your average against small teams. No, I don't want Babar Azam to do that. I want Babar Azam to score runs consistently.
So again, Babar Azam, as we all said, is an important part. But again, I will come back to the spinner Yasir Shah, who picked up 4 wickets in both the innings, and in that condition, on that pitch, spinners taking wicket is a huge thing. Okay, Pakistani spinner dominated the first innings. If we look at that way, Yasir Khan picked up 4 wickets. Shadab Khan picked up 2 wickets. So again, was it the right decision? Because I think it was a good decision to play two spinners because before the when we made our first video on a preview, I talked playing two spinners was a good idea. But again, I was proved wrong there. Again, so do you see them playing in the second test?
Yeah, you must remember that I said that leg spinner is something known as universal spinner. That's what I like to call, because a leg spinner can turn a ball anywhere in the world. And yeah, that's what Yasir Shah did, and that's what got him 4 wickets as well. So there's no doubt he's gonna play in the second test match as well. And yeah, I believe Pakistan shouldn't tinker with their spin bowlers because they've been doing a great job. Yeah, that's what I feel.
So again, I don't think Pakistan will change the batting order because again, but the bowling order maybe there may be some change because again all the fast bowlers played well, but again you have to rest some because again they have not played cricket since 3 or 4 months, and after that coming on to play 1-2 test matches consecutively, that can be a problem. We saw that against West Indies for West Indies, Shainan Gabriel was not listed for second test match, did not play well against did not play well in second and third test match. So again, would you like to see some players resting? So maybe one of the three seamers resting and some other guy playing in his place.
No, I'm personally, I'm not sure what Pakistan team might be thinking, and we must understand that these guys are international players, and they really take care of their fitness. So I personally believe that playing test matches continuously shouldn't be a problem for them, because yeah, they are used to putting in that effort. They are used to कैसे बोल सकता हूँ मैं कि मैं physically अपने आप को वो लोग train करते ज्यादा. So that's what I believe, that they are used to it, and I personally believe that there shouldn't be a problem of like resting players just because they are tired or anything. No, I don't think that.
Okay, I think so. The players should have been kept their body in shape. I think so. They would have removed their stiffness before coming to this tour. So again, I also feel that they should play all this all. If you have a starting 11, which is healthy and fit, you should play them because again we all know what can happen. So I want to ask you one question. Out of the three bowlers, after Mohammad Abbas, Nasim Shah, and Shaheen Shah Afridi, who impressed you most? Because for me, it was Shaheen Shah Afridi. Was bowling exceptionally well. I think so. He might have taken notes from Wasim Akram, who was there in the commentary system, and so he must have taken notes from him. But again, I personally feel that Shaheen Shah Afridi has performed well in because again I think all three of them were good. But I think Shaheen Shah Afridi performed that much.
Slightly better than the yeah, if you really want to rest a Pakistani bowler, then I believe it should be Nasim Shah, because he's like 17 or 16 years old. That is really young, so you could make him sit out and play another fast bowler. But I also believe that one must back their players. So if it is an unnecessary move, then it's not going to be applauded. But if genuinely any player wants to rest, or if someone is genuinely not 100% fit, then there should be a change. That's what I feel.
So again, the news is coming out right now that Ben Stokes is leaving England. He's going to
England, he's not
family
playing
reasons. So he's not going to play second and third test match. So I think so. It's a great opportunity for the youngsters, like Oli Pope and Zach Collins, to cement their place, to say that yes, we are here, and if any one of you doesn't play well, we will take your place again. So it's a good chance for Oli Pope and Zach Collins to show what they're capable of.
Absolutely, because a competition like this is applauded, and a competition like this only makes a cricket team great, because that's what is happening with the Indian team. Umesh Yadav is also bowling exceptional as a fast bowler, and even Bumrah is bowling well. So last year Umesh Yadav played instead of Bumrah because Bumrah was injured, and Umesh Yadav also picked wickets. Imagine picking wickets as a fast bowler in India in test matches. It is something very new for our generation, but Umesh Yadav picked wickets. So that shows the competition in the team. So if something like that is happening with the English team as well, so I believe it is a positive sign for a cricket team to have a competition like that. And yeah, absolutely, since Ben Stokes is not playing, other players will get a chance, and they'll have an opportunity to cement their place in the team. So yeah, hopefully they'll do well.
But I think so. Would they play all rounder, or maybe they could go for a batsman? Because again, Ben Stokes was instrumental. He picked the last 2 wickets on the day 3. Last few minutes on the day 3. Again, those 2 wickets were very crucial. Okay, no, I think so. I think so. Personally, think that batsman should play instead of
Batsman
an
should
all-rounder.
play because see,
But
I believe England should play a batsman because England already have a world-class fast bowlers. In the form of James Anderson, Stuart Broad, Jofra Archer, Dom Best. These guys are more than enough, and we also have to Chris Wokes. So the number of bowlers are enough, and England should definitely play an extra batsman, I feel.
So again, so you think Zach Colley taking Ben Stokes' place in the second test?
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, so what's your prediction for the second test? I think so it's gonna be happening at
in the second test match, I believe England would start as favorites, but if Pakistan team, if they become consistent, then they might, give that competition to the English team. But English team will most probably win this test match, the second test
match. We'll just play the toss. Last time I said Pakistan decided to, Pakistan won a toss, so they would definitely bat, and that was happened. Again, would England, if England would have won toss, would they bat or would they bowl? I think so. Personally, they would bowl first because again their bowling alignment is very good, and if Pakistan wins, I think so they would like to bat because again their spinners, they have Yashir Shah, they have Shadab Khan. So again they would like to take advantage of the 4 things. But if I see, because again in the past in the West Indies, England won all the tosses and they decided to bowl first. So again, I personally think that if England will win the toss, they will bowl first, and if Pakistan win, they will bat first. What are your opinions?
See, I have always believed that if you're winning the toss and you're deciding to bat, it's always a positive sign. You're playing it safe, and I'll hope England to do that because no matter how good batting lineup you have, because chasing more than 250 in the 4th innings, if anything like that, situation like that occurs, then it is always going to be difficult. Because even in this test match, the test match wasn't over until it was actually over. Pakistan team would have won as well, but thanks to these two people who held on, and England chased. But chases like this don't happen every day, and this is why I believe England should play safe, and they should bat if they are winning the toss.
So again, your prediction, you are saying England start favorite.
England have an upper hand. Yeah,
again, I also feel even though Ben Stokes is absent, but again I feel ki Zach Colley and Oli Pope, again they are in good form, and these two guys also in good form. So again I feel ki they might just one question before going. Is Jordan having his worst summer? Because again, second test, third test, and first test now. They test no absences, no big score. So is he having a bad summer? Are we going to see a downfall of Joe Root?
I believe that Joe Root is not having his best time. What Joe Root must do is spend more time in the nets, even if he gets an opportunity, play in the domestic season, because that would help him increase his morale, because he's the captain of the team and he's got a huge responsibility. He should actually score more and more runs, but that isn't happening. And I'm really concerned about Joe Root form as well. So yeah, it's correct. Yeah, you're right.
Okay, there you have it. This is what we have for today's show, and we hope that Pakistan may win this test and create some curiosity in the remaining test match. Make the third test match the decider. That's because if England will win, they will just make it as a decider match. But again, it's important for England to win all 3 matches if they want to finish in top 2. But still, we hope that all the matches in the season, all the remaining matches are as good as was the first match. Yeah, that's it we have for the show. Amar, do you have anything to say?
Yeah, I'll add one thing that this is like the second last test series for England, the last at home. And if England drop points here, it is going to be very difficult because England have to play a 5-match test series in India. And it's impossible for any team to get 120 points in India. That is not going to happen. So yeah, Pakistan should try. Or rather, England should try to get 120 points here, which would help them do well in India. Because if that happens, then we might see an India versus England or anything like this in the World Test Championship final.
Yeah, that's it we have for the today's show. Amay will like to take the entities now.
Yeah, you make sure like, share, subscribe, and we leave our Instagrams down below. Make sure you follow us on Instagram. So yeah, that's what we have. We'll see you. Peace out.